Eliza Bryant, the daughter of a freed slave, came to Cleveland in 1858. She became distressed that blacks were not eligible for admission to nursing homes because of segregation. For many years, she spoke to community organizations, church groups, and the business sector to raise interest and funds for the community's black elderly. Because of her dedication, John D. Rockefeller made a financial contribution which helped to enable the purchase of the first home. Her heroic effort led to the incorporation of the Cleveland Home of Aged Colored People on September 1, 1896.
Well, growing up in Cleveland gave me the opportunity to be aware of the very rich history of Eliza Bryant Village, one of the oldest institutions in Cleveland's black community. And it's something to be proud of because they carry a very rich mission, and that is to bring the best care to the seniors who live in the Huff community.
Eliza Bryant Village is a comprehensive provider of geriatric care in the city of Cleveland. We are very unique in that, based on our understanding, we may be the only inner-city nursing home in the country that has been able to develop a full continuum of care on our campus. We do that through a number of programs and services which include a 175-bed skilled nursing facility, adult daycare, a well senior program, transportation program, nutrition, and through our 2 senior housing buildings which were made possible through the HUD 202 program.
The Eliza Bryant Village was supported by auxiliaries and their leadership in its earliest years. These were the ladies who made certain that the elderly who were residents in the Eliza Bryant Village were well cared for. Those auxiliaries still exist today. They are still just as committed and just as dedicated to the elderly. The staff is of high quality. They're dedicated not only to the care of the elderly, but to the resources that are required to support this village and the services they provide.
I believe that the staff and families and residents have a sense of pride at what we've been able to accomplish on this campus in the city of Cleveland. Our buildings are modern, our staff is well trained and equipped, we're providing services at many levels, and we're very committed to helping people return home. I think that creates a very positive feeling among staff, residents, and families, and it's something we're committed to.
For me as a family member, I'm not only a board member, but a family member, and when I thought of a place for my mother at age 85 that would provide the quality of loving care and dignified care that I wanted her to have, was unable to provide myself, then the Eliza Bryant Village was what I selected.
I love my apartment because I can see all over there, across the street, across Wade Park, and see all the beauty. I walk every morning, walk all around, then I come on through and say hello to the people in the dining room, and you know, they have some good food in there too.
Eliza Bryant Village has been rather remarkable in that we've always studied what is being done in more affluent areas of the community and looked at ways in which we could replicate that on our own campus.
As I think about the great number of elderly, the growing number of elderly, not only locally but nationally, the Eliza Bryant Village is poised to serve this tremendous audience. The elderly today are often more active for a longer period of time than they were in the past. The Eliza Bryant Village has created a continuum of care that can support the elderly from their most active point to their most needful point in their life.
We're looking into the future, into the community, the expanded community, to provide services. Compatible with that is the need for funding in order to make sure that we can provide those kinds of supportive efforts.
It came to my attention in the early 70s, when I had become a young member of the United States Congress, that the trustees were endeavoring to bring it up to date and to be able to give the seniors there the best of care. I worked with them and the Board of Trustees, and I was able to get federal funding for them.
The Eliza Bryant Village has benefited tremendously from local support from individual donors, from corporations, and from the foundations in the greater Cleveland area. What we need to ensure the future of this village for the growing number of elderly in this community is national funding.
98% of the seniors we serve are Medicaid eligible. This means we're very heavily dependent on government funding through Medicaid and Medicare at times. We're very dependent on this funding, which in recent years has become tighter and tighter, and it increasingly becomes more difficult for us to provide the programs and services that our seniors need and require. As a result, we become increasingly dependent on fundraising efforts.
When we think about giving and supporting those kinds of efforts which deserve our attention, we have to look at what Eliza Bryant provides. It provides something for our elderly, something for those who are otherwise forgotten.
I want to know who will care for me when I'm at a point in my life when I can no longer care for myself in a manner that will sustain my dignity, sustain my happiness, and make the last days of my life fulfilling and comfortable.